just a regular cartoon.
Oh my God.
When we heard Cartman curse, I was like, oh, we're not supposed to be watching this.
See, that is a good thing why we didn't have cable growing up, because my friends in middle school used to watch South Park and I had no idea what they were talking about. None at all. No idea what they were talking about.
Right.
But when they were talking about the shows, I was like, oh yeah, that's not a show that I would be allowed to watch.
Right. Yes, I'm eating seaweed, guys. But
that show is not safe for work. Do not let your, I don't know if it's still on the air, but do not let your kids watch South Park, please.
Whatever.
Please.
I'm mocking Cartman. Yo, that show was crazy. It was hilarious. I'm like, yo, these kids cussing for real, bro.
Like, I saw this clip. Oh my God. Because again, I never watched the show, but I saw this clip of Cartman and his mom, and he's trying to ask his mom. They're in the store somewhere, and he's trying to ask his mom for like the in-universe equivalent of like an iPad, and he like calls her the B word and all this other stuff, and on the drive home, he's like crying like an actual kid for once, and I'm just like, what is wrong with you? And then she's like, oh, you're not gonna get the thing, blah blah blah. And then he starts cussing at her again. And I'm just like, this is what got you in that situation in the first place, Mark.
But what makes me laugh is that he was dead serious, like really cussing full fledged, cussing her out, bro.
I think he wasn't even, he didn't even really actually cuss her out in the store. If I remember correctly, now that I think about it, he said something crazy, bro, that made people think that she was like abusive to him or something like that in the store. And I'm just like, yo, are you for real right now?
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
And he said all this stuff thinking that it would help him to get the thing. And I'm just like,
let's be for real. We were cussing.
Let's be for real.
As soon as we heard Cartman say the F-bomb and the B-bomb.
I'm certain a lot of kids was like, oh yeah, this is totally okay.
Mom's
not gonna get mad.
We was up and down, just cussing. Like, what's crazy is I said a few words, but I wasn't going overboard like how my cousins was. Oh, you bald-headed B. Oh, this, like, they were like really, like they were really like cussing each other out.
She was really going in.
Like really going in. But again, the impact of these animated shows that make you think and believe that it has something to do with like kids and children, and it's not really meant for children. It needs to be, there needs to be a warning label, you know what I'm saying, for mature audiences only. Have a discretion there before it gets to the show, because
which is what the whole rating system is for. Literally at the beginning of the show, you'll see and this is another topic too, because you have a lot of parents out here that are like, oh, this is not for my kid, blah blah blah. That is literally what the freaking rating system is for, because this goes into like even stuff like Deadpool. People were taking their kids to see Deadpool, even though it's rated R. My guy, you have no business taking a child to a rated R movie. There is reason why it's called rated R. It's not rated E for everyone, okay? PG-13. You technically should not be taking anybody under 13 to a PG-13 movie. Why? G is for young people. G is for general audiences. Like, there's a whole rating system. There's no reason why you should be having your kid watch stuff like Family Guy. And this goes into another conversation too about animation. This whole idea of animation being just for for kids is not just for kids. Children should not be watching Family Guy. Children should not be watching American Dad. At all. Okay? Children should not be watching freaking like Ninja Scroll. They
shouldn't be watching none of the Adult Swim anything.
Y'all remember Ninja Scroll. If y'all are anime fans, y'all remember Ninja Scroll. That is not for kids, okay?
They shouldn't be watching Robot Chicken.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
They shouldn't be watching.
Ain't no kids supposed to be watching Aqua Teen Hunger Force, okay?
Even Futurama. They shouldn't be watching Futurama.
Futurama. Ain't no kids supposed to be watching Futurama. Okay?
Anything on
There's a
Toonami,
reason for the
Adult
rating
Swim.
system.
It says Adult Swim for a reason. Like, let's be
Nothing on
serious.
Adult Swim should have been. No kid should have been watching
Like,
any of the things that's on Adult Swim.
Once Toonami goes off, your kid should be sleeping.
Exactly. Your ass should be in bed. Your ass should be in bed. Period. But of course, as per usual, kids will always disobey their parents and sneak and go watch the stuff after the stuff, like after they're supposed to be in bed.
Yeah.
But fact of the matter is that, you know, there are cartoons made specifically for adults. Like, remember, it was several years ago. It's at least a good 10 years. What was it? I think the movie was called Sausage Party. It was like with all these different foods. And people were taking their kids to see that movie. That movie was rated R, bro.
They told you in the trailer. Okay?
Do not take your kids to see this.
That it's not meant. You could see if the hot dog. Okay. If the hot dog is literally, it sounds like it's inappropriate and it's oogling and ogling over the bun, what you think that means? In the trailer, what do you think that means?
Not to
the
mention,
title
in
itself
the trailer,
is called Sausage Party.
Sausage Party, right? Not to mention the fact that they were getting butchered.
Yes.
The food items were getting butchered in the trailer. What part of that makes you think that it's okay for kids?
Hello.
That is traumatizing. Hello. Period, point blank. That trailer was it was traumatizing for me. And I was what, like a teenager or so? I think we were in college when that movie came
I would
out.
say like teenager-ish. Like 19, about to be 20.
I mean, I was kind of cracking up at the trailer, but I was like,
this is dark.
It was because dark humor, but because dark humor, but that I can no stretch of the imagination, I could think that would have traumatized a child, seeing anthropomorphic food items dying, getting cooked alive. But you thought this was okay to take your kids to. Like, come on. Again, there is a rating system for a reason.
Right.
Do not traumatize your child or take your child to a movie with things that you would not want them to see.
Right.
Just because.
Right.
Because that's why you have a lot of kids now that are just messed up, a lot of adults that are messed up these days.
Always look at the rating system. It's important.
A lot of people can't handle it.
Right. Let's stick to the Wild Kratts, Zaboomba Foo, PBS programs. Please and thank you. Until they get to a certain age to where it's like 13. Even at the age of 13, I was still watching like Animal Planet and stuff like that. My mind was pure, okay? Not tainted. But.
Right. Not to mention, like, going back to the anime thing, right? A lot of the animes that are popular with kids right about now is not appropriate for elementary age kids. The intended audience age for something like Naruto is 13 and up. But some of my students watch Naruto. They watch Demon Slayer. They watch Dragon Ball Super. Again, the age range for those anime and thusly the manga is 13 and up. They should not be.
But keep in mind, we weren't supposed to be watching that either. But when all that stuff came out, we were around that age range.
But here's the thing. Like, for example, with Sailor Moon, they changed up the transformation sequences slightly from the Japanese version because of how they felt that it was inappropriate showing the silhouette, actual figure of the body. Yeah. Because you could actually in the Japanese version, I believe you can actually see the shape of her boobs.
You could.
In the Japanese version, but in the American version, they kind of smooth that out.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean? So they sanitize it quite a bit in our version, because again, you also have to consider the whole Sailor Neptune and Sailor Uranus thing. In the anime and in the manga, the two of them are supposed to be a lesbian couple. But in the anime, which in the American dub, don't even get me started on this, makes it 10 times worse. They were cousins.
And that is
right?
the thing.
Which is bad in and of itself, right? Which okay, they're cousins. But a lot of the undertones, the kind of lovey-dovey undertones of their relationship was kept in the dub, the OG dub. So then that makes it worse, because that makes it Sweet Home Alabama.
They making them kissing cousins.
I'm sorry, I'm yelling. Y'all literally making them do the Sweet Home Alabama.
They making them Laverne and Shirley kissing cousins. Okay? And that's not what they supposed to be.
That made it just 10 times worse. You could have just left them as lesbians, bro.
No, facts.
At that point.
Take the
Yeah, would it have taken some explaining from parents? Yeah. But it's even more explaining when you have two cousins basically making Google eyes at each other.
Right. Right.
How am I supposed to explain that to little 8-year-old Timmy?
What? Lord, that girl said, you gotta sit up here and explain that to 8-year-old Timmy. Yo, she's
8-year-old Timmy don't exist.
She's crazy, yo. She is crazy.
Figment of my imagination.
But we get it. That is crazy. but yeah, man,
I'm keeping that.
That's why I'm just like, we gotta kind of like, as adults that's starting to get our own families, like in their 30s and stuff like that, it's our job to kind of like look at these shows and be like, hey, you can watch this, but you can watch it with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were certain shows where my mom was like, okay, I'll let you watch it, but you bet not. You know what I mean? There was a warning behind that. If you watch this show, if I let you watch this show, you better not cut up. Like, she was against the South Park thing because she was like, no, that's inappropriate. I don't want my children watching that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But on the flip side of that, she didn't know that Muggs was letting us watch it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Right. On movie nights. And then that's where she was like, okay, since y'all watching anything, I might as well introduce y'all to horror films. That's not my jam. Okay? But I still had to be in a room.
We don't do demons over here, not in this black house.
I don't like horror movies. But anyway. I still had to sit around and watch it, even though it terrified me. You know what I'm saying? Any movie night we had, we would watch whatever movie. But yeah, man. All I would say, honestly, is just be mindful and possibly screen with your younger sibling, if you have a younger sibling, your child, cousin, whatever. Younger, whomever.
Any child in your life that you're close to.
Just monitor it. And if you feel like it's inappropriate for them to be watching, then tell them not to watch it anymore. Or let their parents know to bar it.
The old adage is true. It takes a village. So even if you don't have kids yourself, but you're around a lot of kids, because your friends, your family have kids, help a brother out, help a sister out. Monitor what they're watching and make sure that, you know, you're helping them, helping guide them.
Exactly.
It's not like, I'm not going to put the onus on you, but it takes all of us to make sure that these young people grow up well and healthy.
Exactly.
Mentally, emotionally, physically, all that stuff.
One less pedo out here in these streets and creeper.
Hello. Yeah, because we all gotta protect the kids
Yeah,
because
man.
they out here.
They are out
The
here.
pedos are out
They
here.
are
They are
in
out here. They
full
are just
swing
waiting in the winds.
and in the
Cause
bushes.
like literally, I'm not even joking because literally at my middle school, a teacher was preying on students.
Yeah.
Granted, I was oblivious, thank God. Truthfully, he always gave me creeper vibes. Okay, like this person, I should not be around. Like I should not be. He gave me the vibes of like I should not be alone in a room with this person. As a kid, I didn't know what it was, but he gave me creeper vibes. It just at the time I didn't know what it was, but
I
the
mean,
vibe I was getting from this
you
person.
were spot
But
on.
literally a couple years ago, he was accused. They said and whatever. He's like, I'm innocent, blah blah blah. But a girl whom he had assaulted had a kid. They did a paternity test and found out that the child was indeed his
Oh,
child,
she
and
had
he
the
is currently in jail.
Carfax for real.
She had the Carfax, and the crazy part is that the accusations went as far back as '05 when I was attending school there. Yes, yes,
Oh, throw him under the
and this
jail.
exactly, exactly.
Whoa.
And the crazy part is people we need to call out, like I said before, we need to call out BS when we see
Fact.
BS. Okay? Because how does this man get away with doing this? Because I believe he got caught in like 2017 or 2018, sometime around that time. So that means he had been doing that for over almost 10 years.
For a long time. A very long time.
How does this man work at a school and continuously get away with doing this to vulnerable young women?
Because there's a system.
And don't even get on the topic of, oh, the girl must have did this, the girl must have. They're children. They're underage. You are the adult in the situation.
No, I could tell you how it happens. There are other adults like him within that facility that's helping him get away with all of that.
Yes, of course. That's I mean,
and it's
it was
just
more
like,
of like
hey,
a rhetorical
yeah,
question, you know?
I know, but I'm just saying, because it's a lot of creepers within these schools, within the system, period, and they help these people orchestrate the terrible experiences that these young children have to go through.
And pause, is not just schools, because don't just jump to the schools, because it's everywhere. Okay.
No. That's why I said
you see it
system.
in every single profession.
That's why I said system.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, because people gonna harp on what you said about schools. It's not just schools, because it can be police. It can be literally anybody. Your next door neighbor. It could be a police officer. It could be somebody within the child protective services
but that's why
system,
I said, okay? That's why I said system.
It could be literally anybody. Your pediatrician.
Yep, your gynecologist.
And oftentimes it seems that it's somebody that you trust your kid with.
Yeah.
So the fact of the matter is, be vigilant. But I'm just saying, it goes back to our original. We're coming full circle, okay? Is that this kind of thing needs to change?
Yeah, it does.
It needs to change.
It does.
I know that there are some people that are trying to put out policies to make certain things okay, like child marriages, but it's not.
That is not okay.
It's not okay.
It's not okay at all.
Because y'all are the same ones spewing this BS.
Right.
Please stop.
Right.
Because you would not want this being done to your kids, but you the one trying to pass these nasty laws to make this kind of thing acceptable. Stop it, please.
Facts. But anyway, guys, because Hugin about to snap on everybody. Rightfully so.
Because it's kids, bro.
No, I know. But that's why I said rightfully so. We hope that you guys like this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys. Oh, and don't forget to follow you girls on our social medias, which will be linked down below. Okay? And if there's a topic that you want us to discuss or film that you want us to review or show, put it down in the description, in the comment section below. We will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Peace.